Hello, welcome to Thursday Night Reading Sprints, and you'll see a new face on the screen tonight. I often bring on the same people, but tonight I'm joined by Annaliese Avery. Since you've been popping into the comments, Annaliese, I thought it'd be nice if we could actually talk to each other in real life. So it's nice to see your face as well as your little just still image of you.
Thank you for having me.
I should probably introduce you. Annaliese is the author of fantastic middle grade fantasy books and the recent your young adult debut, wasn't it? The Immortal Games, which is on my I say TBR pile. It's TBR room at this point. Let's be honest. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but the cover is absolutely beautiful.
So gorgeous. Like the cover is just ridiculous. Like, I cried when I first saw it. Obviously,
that's good.
Yeah, I was on a Zoom with my friend. Sorry?
As long as it was happy tears.
Completely happy tears. I've been a big Tom Roberts fan for ages. I don't know if you can see, but behind me in the darkness over there is a Tom Roberts print that I've had for about 8 years. And I was writing The Night Silver Promise at the time, and I remember messaging him on Twitter and being like, I love your art. I'm writing a book. One day I'd love you to do a cover. And he was very kind and was like, oh yeah, okay, great. And then so when The Night Silver Promise came out and Scholastic and I were talking about cover artists, I was like, how about Tom Roberts? And they were like, he doesn't really fit for middle grade. So as soon as I wrote this YA book, I literally just contacted Tom, got his portfolio, and then just like pushed it in Scholastic's direction. And thankfully they said yes, and then he was available. So I like to think I manifested him.
That was very cool. I think you did. I think you planted the seeds of that like 8 years ago when you bought that print. So we just need to work on manifesting like 8-figure book deals next, don't we? And like massive TV series, but maybe one step at a time.
Yeah, illustrators are pretty awesome things to manifest. So
yeah, I mean, it's the thing, isn't it? People say that you shouldn't judge books by your cover, but you do. Let's be honest. That's why first, when I pick up a book in a bookshop. Certainly, a lot of the books I've enjoyed recently, like This Delicious Death, which was a really fun sort of zombie post-apocalypse, but kind of a different take on it. Like a zombie disease thing, half the world get this illness, but the front cover was just a girl's hand with yellow fingernails holding like an organ donor tub, and it grabbed me straight away, and then the book was brilliant. So I do believe in the power of the cover. I'm just going to jump.
Like it's a big bit of marketing, isn't it?
Sorry, I think we're talking at the same time.
It was a big bit of marketing, isn't it? Your cover. It's like, and I feel like covers really should be indicative of the books within them.
Yes, definitely, because I think it's exciting, isn't it, when the two gel, and then disappointing sometimes if you think you're getting one thing and you get something else. So very important. So let's see who's in the comments, and then we can chat about what we're doing, and then Aislinn and Alex, I'm sure, will join us when they get a chance. Hi, Sharon. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Stephen. I love it how everybody knows each other, so everybody in the comments is chatting to each other, and then we get new faces too, which is nice. Hello, I forget that you've watched these, Annaliese, so I feel like I'm explaining it to you, and then it's like, oh yeah, you've been in the comments, just not on the screen. Sorry, I don't understand how technology works. Hi, Paula. Hello, thank you. You're doing well, Amelia. If I wasn't doing these, I'd probably forget about them too, to be fair. Excellent. That sounds interesting. I first read that as you were reading for school, and I was like, oh, that doesn't sound as fun. But yeah, School for Spirit sounds much more fun. Hooray, everybody saying hi. Okay, let's get to a book. Blood Magic. Have you heard of that one, Annaliese? That sounds fun.
I have not, but it sounds like something I would like to read.
I like magic with a K. There's something about it when I see that. It's like, oh, magic with a K, you say. Everybody just saying hi to each other. The Shadow Cabinet. Oh, is that the new Do You Know Dawson one?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed HMRC, but I'm woefully behind with books recently. Do you find that you just can't fit in as much reading when you're like writing in earnest?
Yeah, and I work full time as well, so it's difficult to schedule my time, and I haven't actually had a day off since the beginning of May, because any days that I've not been working my day job, I've been out doing promotion for the Immortal Games, so it's been interesting.
Yeah, I'm the same. I work 2 days a week and then do my own childcare. I was going to say childcare, that sounds like I'm a nursery nurse or something. Yeah, so I look after my son the other 3 days. So I write in an evening, So when I have a day off, as you say, I write. So I wasn't looking after Nathan today, but I wrote and cleaned all day because those things needed doing. So I think I'm the best at writing first thing in the morning, but woefully I can't write until 7:30 at night. So I just have to kind of find the inspiration from somewhere. Do you find yourself writing in evenings mostly then as well?
I just so I find myself writing in like tiny little pockets of time, and I tend to use Pomodoro writing sprints. So I'll get up early in the morning and I'll do like a half an hour writing sprint before I go to work, and then I try to do a 20-minute one at lunchtime. It's not really happening at the moment because we've got a global symposium happening in 2 weeks' time, and I'm pretty busy with that. So lucky if I get lunch at the moment. And then I've been working really like late hours. Today I was like, I must leave at a reasonable time because I need to get on and come and see you guys. So yeah, and then I try to write in the evenings, but I don't know, I find it in summer something really weird happens to time. I seem to have more time in the winter and the autumn and early spring, and then in the summer when the long days come, I tend to fill them with lots of things, and it feels like there's less time even though there's more hours of daylight. And I think it's because it's so sunny outside and you're just like, oh, I'll do this thing, I'll go out, I'll do. So yeah, time just seems to disappear in the summer for some reason.
It does. The thing dreamy about it isn't the summer. It's like, oh, I'll just sit for half an hour and look at the sun, or I'll sit outside, and then suddenly the evening's gone. You're like, oh yeah, that was my writing evening. Hi, Kesha. Yeah, I mean, anybody who says that they don't, that's what covers are there for, isn't it? Hi,
Completely.
Ooh.
I was gonna grab my cover actually. I'll just so that you can all see how.
Yeah.
Firstly, it's going to blind you with all of the shininess, but it is so beautiful, and the back is very beautiful as well.
Nice.
There's Hades.
Yes.
Hades like.
Yeah, it's very cool. I think. Yeah, I remember when you first showed it, it was like glint of foil. I was like, yes, Scholastic have done lovely things there. I don't know. I'm wondering, I love the Taste of Darkness cover that they've done for our anthology as well, that's coming out in a couple of months. And I don't know what, I know that there's been talk of like different elements, but I'm not sure what they're doing now. So I don't know whether it'll have foil or what. I'm just going to wait and see when it comes. Like, and there's lots of conversations. You're like, I don't know what the answer was to that. So it'll just be a nice surprise when it arrives so I can see what it looks like. Lying in the Deep is very good, and I have not heard of Polaris Rising. That sounds interesting. I mean, if it's making you feel a bit creeped out, Sharon, I probably want to go nowhere near that. I read a spider infestation book once and really enjoyed it, but then completely weirded myself out and haven't read anything like that since. Sharon, I think you've probably seen me saying in the comments, Sharon is very into like extreme horror, so we're constantly trying to think of stuff to scare Sharon, but so far.
Okay. My daughter absolutely loves horror. She's just a big horror fan. I've just about recovered from the Great North Author Tour. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
There was some fun shenanigans. So, yeah.
I've heard Alex been on it for, and so it's very fun. Kevin, would you mind sending the link again to Alex or checking the DM group, because it doesn't seem to be working, she said. So look, Annaliese's link is working, but nobody else's is. I've tried it twice as well. So Bats in the Belfry, I mean, it must be. Yeah, that explains it. Yeah, I'm sorry, Alex. The first one I put in didn't look right, so I put it in again, and apparently it's still not happy. Ooh, let us know how you're getting on with that. Have you read Fourth Wing, Annalise? Is it on
I've got it here. So, like, I started reading it, and that's all I've done. Yeah, but I love a dragon, so I am, and I've heard wonderful things about it, so I'm looking forward to it.
It's not my usual thing, so I'm a bit like, I haven't bought it yet, but I feel that inevitably the kind of peer pressure and seeing it everywhere else will come, and I'll buy it.
It was my birthday recently, so it was a birthday present to myself.
Nice. Yeah. I feel like they're the best kind. You get what you want then, don't you?
Yeah, my family are like, I tell them every year what I'd like, and then they just go and buy me whatever they think I'd like, which is fine. But I've been asking for a Ancestry DNA kit and a pair of roller skates for about the past 4 years, so I might just have to buy them for myself, I think.
I think you should at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul is still reading The Weight of Blood, and it was making it angry. It's a Carrie retelling with
Okay.
slant, and yeah, I think the treatment of the poor girl in it, Paula was cross with the other characters the other day. So I'll be interested to see how you're getting on with that, Paula. Are you writing tonight, Annaliese?
I am. Yeah, I'm writing tonight. I had a lovely chat with my wonderful agent today, and she was basically like, write the words. So I'm going to write the words.
Are you allowed to say what you are writing, or is this a secret thing? 'Cause I'm writing a secret thing, so I can openly say I'm not talking about what I'm writing tonight.
Yeah, it's a secret thing. So, but YA, another YA.
Sorry, everybody, that we keep doing this. I know it's really frustrating as a reader. Like, we want to know what it is, but for me, it's that this isn't contracted, and I don't want to talk about it because I'm still kind of developing it and working it out. And I know sometimes it's a case that you can't talk about it because it is contracted, and that's in your contract, or somebody said don't talk until X, Y, or Z date. So yeah, sorry, we can only be as vague as that. When we go to sprint, I'll try and see if I can figure out what's happening. So hopefully Aislinn and Alex can join us afterwards. So anybody who's not been here before, we tend to do a 40-minute sprint chat, 40 minutes chat, finish on a 30-minute one. If you let us know in the comments what you're reading, what you are doing, and if you want any book recs, you can ask me and Annaliese. You can ask Annaliese questions about her writing and stuff. I know that I always drop you in at Annaliese and say, when you come on, oh, look, it's Annaliese who deletes her first drafts, because
not just my first ones either.
I was so shocked when I first read that I still haven't quite come to terms with it, I don't think, because I'm rewriting my this is my third draft of the thing I'm working on at the minute, and I do occasionally delete whole scenes, but I go, highlight, delete, or I cut it and move it somewhere else. But I've never deleted a whole thing. I just think that's like bravery of a different
kind. It's not for everyone. I'm not like gonna tell anybody else to do it, because I know how, like, I've seen the reactions that people give me. It's usually like that.
Yeah, people don't usually do that on purpose. They do that by mistake and then cry. So
yes, exactly. And I remember once I did lose a version, and I was like, oh, I was gonna delete it anyway. It's like I was close to the end. I was gonna.
You can be more chilled. Oh gosh, you've been more chilled than most people. That's all right. I'm just going to add Aislinn on. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
You're smiling, and you look like you're in one piece, and you know.
just about. If I deleted my first, I have done that, Annaliese, but it has been by accident, and it's definitely been terrible, horrible scenario. I'm actually working on something now that I'd rewritten a lot of and accidentally deleted, and now I'm right back to the very, very early draft. I don't know if I should try. Like, you're the expert. Should I try and remember what I'd rewritten, or should I just go again from the start and not try and copy what I've done?
I'll tell you my theory of the throwaway draft. Okay, so when I write my what I call my draft zero, I kind of write it for me, and I geek out about lots of things. And the way I like to think of it is my draft zero is like cooking pasta. So you put your pasta into the water, and you need the water to cook the pasta. So I need all of the stuff, all the geeking out to write the story, to cook the story. But once I've finished, I tip it into a big colander, and all of the water, all of the story water, the bits that I didn't actually need but I needed to cook the story, comes out the bottom, and what's left is the story pasta. And that's what I take into my rewrite. So when I start from nothing, I'm basically just using my pasta and adding like some herbs and sun-dried tomatoes and nice tasty things when I'm rewriting it. And all of the watery bits, it doesn't matter if I forget them, because I'll remember the pasta and the water.
All right.
I'm impressed that you can remember it, honestly, because I think I've had a genius idea and then it vanishes. And also, hi Alex, sorry, we were mid-flow then, so I didn't want to interrupt the flow with hi Alex.
No, that's okay. Something weird happened with my mic, so please don't worry. I think I can hear everybody now. Hello, by the way. Hello.
Hi. I thought you were going to say something weird with my mind. You were having a moment with your mind then, so I'm glad it was just your mind.
My mind. Always. No, sorry, mic with my my headset. For some reason, everyone sounded like robots, but it's okay. We're back.
I once
I'm
had
so
that on a
sorry.
school event and they couldn't fix it, so I did have to do the whole thing like a robot because they had really bad internet, and they said all they could
Oh,
hear was
no.
my robotic voice, but they wanted me to
Wow.
carry on. I was like, oh, this is awkward, so I just did it like a robot. I did wonder at
People-
one point, if I talk like a robot, will it turn me back to normal voice? But I pushed on the horrid things that we do.
I like the idea of a fully robotic AI author who can do school visits and everything. That would be quite cool.
Yeah,
Terrifying. Obviously, we don't actually want it, but for a story.
we don't like these bots that write books now. I'm not even going to go there because it makes me feel sick. But yeah, there's lots of scary things AI can do these days. So, are you two writing tonight? Annaliese and I have just said that we are both writing secret things. So please talk about something that we can talk about. Alex, what are you working on? Are you on your edits?
I am, so I'm going to pass this straight over to Aislinn because I cannot talk about what I am working on. I'm sorry.
Come on, Aislinn, break the pattern. Can you talk
Come on,
about
Aislinn.
I mean, I could talk about it. I'm just choosing not to. So if you choose not to, it's also fine. But also feel free to talk about
I'm
it.
working on a slashery retelling of Cinderella for the YA audience. It's very dark. It's very thrillerish. Basically, she does want to marry the prince, so she's just secretly taking out all the competition at the ball, and he's tracking her down like a detective. This isn't what I'm working on, but I just feel bad every time I say I've got a secret story. So I just...
That sounds brilliant.
Oh,
that isn't the
it sounds
same...
incredible.
Excuse me, but that isn't the same idea that you had last time you had a secret idea, Aislinn. How many ideas have you got?
That's not anything. That's I just made that up, so I have something.
I think that should be a thing. Can that just be a thing, please? Can you just
That sounds
just
amazing, and I want
don't
to read
work
it.
on what you were
Please.
just working on? Yeah, write that, please.
Okay.
Yeah,
Slasherella is
Aislinn.
another one.
I'm envious of ideas.
Slasherella.
I'm not an ideas person. Can I just say that look at us with the 4A name authors. Like, you're clearly not allowed on stream tonight. If your name doesn't start with an A, sorry everybody whose name doesn't start with an A in the comments, but you weren't allowed to come tonight.
It's the A team.
Yeah, I mean, and really close in the alphabet too. Like ILMN. Like, we're just all in the middle of the alphabet. Okay, sorry, I'm such a nerd that really pleases me. I'm going to go to sprint now for everybody.
You know what? Sorry.
You've just hit peak nerdery. Sorry, what are you doing?
You got Alex AL, AM for Amy. Annaliese is AN, obviously, and then I'm AI, which whatever. But my last name starts with an O, so it's LMNO, kind of.
Oh yeah.
If you really wanted to geek out and have a pattern.
I love things like that. Like, when the date is like 11th, I don't know, like 11th of the 12th or something, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm easily pleased. That's the point I'm trying to make here. So let's go to the sprint, have a little chat afterwards, and see how we all got on with our secret and not so secret things. And Aislinn, I just hope that you're going to come back and say I wrote 2,000 words of the killer Cinderella story and it's brilliant. So you've done that to yourself now. You've only got yourself to blame. Right. Thank you, everybody in the comments, for putting up with my rambling. I can feel it happening early tonight. We will join you. We'll see you on the other side in 40 minutes. Sorry,
Made me
Annaliese.
jump out of my skin.
I forgot you. Sorry about that. I think I've got hardened to it now. Do you feel, Alex and Aislinn, that generally now you can kind of... Does it not surprise you as much anymore?
Still sounds like a cough to me. Does anyone else think that?
The cat sounds like a cop.
Like a cough or a sneeze? Yeah, it sounds like a...
Yeah, I thought you said it sounded like a cop.
No, a cough. A cough. Why am I? I'm so sorry, everyone. Clearly, I'm not enunciating today. Very
No, I
well.
don't know. I think I was just hearing what I wanted to, like the idea of a little police cat showing up to her.
I was thinking it's my little boy, and I'm like, oh, Nathan. And I'm like, oh, it's the cat meowing on the screen. So how did it go? Annaliese, how did you get on?
It took me a while to get into it. And then my teenager texted me from his bedroom downstairs because he required something. But yeah, once I was in, there were some fun things discovered. So that's good.
Good. I was hoping I'd get to a bit of a dark scene, and I'm not quite there yet. I'm disappointed I've got to write another chapter before that. So my reward will be to get to that at the end of the night, but I'm not sure if I'll make it yet. That sounds very promising, Annaliese. How about you, Alex?
Yeah. Yep. I have just edited 2 scenes. I do have a new document that is just for stuff that's being cut. So I will cut it and save it, basically, just in case it needs to go back in later. It's like the opposite of Annaliese's strategy. It's the cut and save as opposed to the cut and condemn to the void. I'm pretty happy with that. I've shaved about 300 words off it. Not bad.
What's your word count at the minute?
So the word count for the entire thing is 49,130, and it needs to be close to 45,000.
Oh, you're so close. That's really
so
good.
it is a little bit. It's going to be a bit shorter than vampires because it's pitching a bit younger. But I have an idea of what needs to go. But again, I will hang on to it though for a rainy day, just in case.
Oh, I do the same, and I do occasionally use the stuff I've cut out, but more often than not, I never look at it. But it's nice to know it's there. I like the little security blanket of it.
It is reassuring, isn't it? And there's stuff actually that was in the initial draft of Rules for Vampires that was cut and then made it back in at the end. So I always think it's worth hanging on.
Yeah, I got some stuff from book 2 of the Mina books that I cut, and then I've moved to book 3, and I actually think it works better in book 3. So I'm glad my agent said get rid of it. She's really good at like being harsh and saying get rid of it. And then I was like, I'll get rid of it, but I will save it. And then hopefully she won't say get rid of it again because there's nowhere for it to go now. Yeah, so the saving, I think the saving works for me anyway. How about you, Aislinn? Did you have a good sprint? Writing your Cinderella slasher?
Yeah, I did. I'm the same with them. I wish I was now. I really want to. I was trying to distract myself from thinking about. Imagine having a murder weapon that just turns back into like a banana or a courgette at midnight. You'll never find her. But no, that's not what I was working on. And yeah, no, I did. I had good
heel of glass slipper. Just she can pull like a knife out of it, straight back in the slipper. Wear them in.
Yeah. That would be fun. It's just that the glass slippers stay glass slippers, don't they? For some reason, if you had a murder weapon that could just transform into something else.
I mean, I think you could do some damage though with a glass slipper, right? And it's quite easy to clean afterwards.
Yeah,
I feel like stiletto and like the side of someone's head, like that would be quite an iconic, you know.
I feel like you know the places.
Throat with it.
Why do I think that you would know like the right place to hit somebody with a stiletto to make the most damage? Is it a D&D thing?
Where's Sharon? Where's Sharon? Oh yeah, most definitely. Listen, guys, let me just get this out of the way before I stop myself from talking about D&D. I love an unconventional weapon. So like I have a wizard who fights with tarot cards. And I also have a design for a spore druid who I would love to fight with a parasol.
Excuse me, what's a spore droid?
Sorry, spore druid, not a droid. That would be more of like a sci-fi
I
setting.
thought it's a droid. I was very confused.
No, I'm sorry. No. Druids. And I think that we were talking about the druid a few weeks ago. I'm sure there was somebody in chat who had a lot of knowledge about it. But basically, they have a cool ability called Shillelagh, which is where you can turn like a wooden club or a stave into a magic weapon. So if you imagine like a parasol that you could like activate your mushroom powers, and then it becomes like something that you could smash someone's head in with.
See, how did I know that you genuinely would? Like, I feel like we should write this book together. Can we make it like a kind
Let's make
of
it happen.
We just the A-Team presents Slasherella.
The A-Team presents
You
all
joke.
this nonsense.
You joke, but I think it's genius. Slasherella, like I would buy that in a second. Sorry, Aislinn, I totally derailed what you were actually going to say and actually working.
Sorry, Aislinn.
This is far more interesting. I was going to say, talking about exciting murder weapons, my dad was always going on about, killing someone with like an icicle or something like that, like just really, really sharpened ice, and then you'd never be able to find it. Like for story ideas, because my dad was a writer, he wasn't talking about it in like a.
I mean,
I was just thinking if Slasherella is like a hitman type person, basically the fairy godmother would be her fixer.
yeah. Oh, I don't, honestly. Like, I'm not even joking now. Like, I think that we should do this. I think one of us, like what are those things that you used to write when you were a kid where you write a bit, fold it over, and then like pass it to the next person? I think that we should do that, but with this story. Like, I write a bit, send it to Annaliese and get, okay, go. You write the fixer, fairy godmother bit.
That'd be so much fun. What if they like freeing the other fairy tale princesses? Like, they're not going to the ball. They're like, the fairy godmother is spotting like the princess in the tower who needs rescuing, and Slasherella's got to go in there and like, solve her. Maybe that's going too superhero-y then. So.
I don't know. Am I so tired and hot that this sounds good, or is it genuinely good? I don't know.
I think it's got legs.
Yeah, I do. With glass slippers on them. Okay, I'm going to stop now.
Right. The actual thing that I was writing went quite well too.
Oh, good, yeah. Sorry, we didn't even get back to the actual question. What is happening? I'm glad. Are you allowed to talk about this? Is this a thing that you're not going to tell us about?
It's not on the contract, but I don't know if anything's going to happen with it. And I'm just writing it for fun. So yeah, but it's going well. I'm just having a big fun action hero-y type escape scene. And it's my mid-grade one that I'm writing for the sheer joy of writing it. And it's a lot of fun.
I feel like they're the best ones that you can write with a bit of space and a bit of kind of putting everything in that you want to put in.
Yeah.
Sounds very exciting to me. So let's see how the commenters are doing. Yeah, I mean, every time I think of buying Fourth Wing, this happens. Somebody says that I won't like it, or I think myself won't like it. This is why I haven't bought it yet. I don't know. Dragons are... I'm not sure. I don't know. Dragons might be a step too far into fantasy. I don't know, like fantasy that has some central concept that feels real and believable to me. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably still cave and buy it, but we'll see. I don't remember what we were hiring. What were you hiring, Aislinn?
I don't know. Maybe just got a little maniacal in the middle of it.
Aislinn and her birthday.
That's probably what I was laughing about.
I think that your family has the right idea, Sharon. That sounds like the right way to handle birthdays. Before you two came on, I don't know whether you were watching us, but Annaliese was just talking about birthdays and family members who need to kind of take notes of birthday presents. Like, I really want some roller skates. How about we just get you some? No, I want roller skates, but So
they did get me books this year, though. So
yeah.
Oh,
were they the right books? Were they books that you wanted?
Yeah. So my eldest daughter got me 2 books. She got me A Theory and How to Start a Cult.
Oh, I feel like I need that. Can I? I want to read that too.
Yeah, it's a book on marketing. So it's not.
Oh, it's not actually how to start a cult. Damn. I don't want to start a cult. I'll just say I just want to research them more for my book.
Yeah, no, it's actually got nothing to do with cults, unfortunately.
Oh, The amount of non-fiction books that pull me in with the kind of seductive title, and then I go, it's not really about murder. Oh, it's about metaphor. No. I think, yeah, I think you should.
Oh my god, yes, wow.
Yeah, I think
I'm
I
already
should.
obsessed with this
Looks
movie
so
and it isn't
good.
even out yet.
I mean, is it going to be the best thing we've ever watched, or like the
Yeah.
biggest disaster? I don't know.
Or both.
Like,
It
yeah.
feels like the Lego movie, but just with Barbie in it but I'm still here for it. Me and my daughters are totally dressing up in pink and going to the cinema to watch it. So
I think you should.
Fantastic idea.
Is it for children? Because I keep watching the adverts. I'm like, there's so much innuendo in here.
everyone.
You see, I think they're just hiding the adult content in like behind Margot Robbie's beautiful face and like smiles and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's like Big Cook, Little Cook, if you've ever watched that, which is for like preschoolers, but it's just full of innuendo. Like it was when my children were little, it used to be on CBBS. And yeah, if anybody just wants to have a little chuckle to themselves, Big Cook, Little Cook.
I might have to put that on for a little voice for it and see what happens. And I'll blame you if he starts quoting all the stuff from it. Like he's really good at like learning things that you've said and saying them in context. And you're like, oh, maybe you're not quite ready for that one yet. So yeah,
it's one of those things that's on levels. So like, there's a level for the kids, and then there's a level for the adults, and you're just going, this is filth. This is filth.
What if I watch this now, Annaliese, and I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't see it. Brilliant. I think all of us are now going to go and watch a little bit of that and just check. Okay. Yeah, I think sometimes when there's a trigger like that, it kind of throws you off, doesn't it? Thank you. That gives us the confidence to keep going. I think that we're sometimes... Oh, is this the deleting? What did Annaliese do wrong now? Yeah.
Yes, it's deleting. I was not in the chat at this point, I think. It wasn't just hopping back and forth.
Sharon.
Yes,
Sharon.
well done, Sharon.
I can't delete things I've written, even if they're terrible.
God.
I have to
You
keep
guys, absolute mad lads, the lot of you. I don't know how
It's
you
so
do it.
freeing.
I'm in awe.
It's really freeing.
It's like the Wild West to me. Like you're living in a place with no rules. I can't live in a world with no rules. I'm sorry, I'm so behind in the comments. I've lost what analogies.
I think that was my pasta.
Oh yeah, the pasta one. Got it. I'm glad that you are all here to keep me on track. Aislinn, where are you from? Do you want to tell the story?
Hi, Stephen. I'm from Ireland. I was born in Dublin, but I lived in Canada for, I can't remember now, 9 years. I've been back almost 7, but I tend to pick up accents and keep traces of them. So maybe I sound a little Canadian, US still. But yes, no, I'm Irish.
Can you just say Ireland again, please?
Ireland?
Yeah, I love it. I've never
No, I'm not sure I'm saying it right.
You are. Yeah, I think that I mean Butcherella / Slasherella. I think that we could do a whole series of these. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, your name didn't start with an A tonight. Sorry, Paula. I feel really bad. I'm so bad at this. I try and like cycle through people so that I can like try and talk to different people every week. But then I'm like, how many weeks has it been since I talked to you? So if I ever don't invite you back, anybody, please don't be offended. It's just that I've got a really bad memory. And also, I know that Aislinn and Alex are in the same sort of drafting period, that drafting and editing frantic. So I need my little bit of writing motivation sometimes too. So nothing personal ever. Please tell me, people who come on, if you want to come on. And Annaliese, of course. Okay, sorry, go totally lost now. Excellent. Oh, I think that was this the really, really long one that you were reading the other day, Ellie? If it is, you are doing very well because I feel like it's about 800 pages for that or something. Excellent. Yes. Yelk is going to be very exciting this year. Yeah, I don't actually have it yet. This is how behind I am. Let's have a look. Oh, I think that sounds like a good idea. I did a lot of that too. I'll just check how my TikTok I put up earlier is doing. Scrolls for 10 minutes. Yes, me too. It's going to be great. Same, Sharon. Productive. Nice. Let's keep going. I think we're still on Juno's excellent books. Good, good. Yeah, I don't know whether I can read it. I feel like it's just going to make me really angry. And I think feeling angry is good sometimes in a book, isn't it? But is it going to be too much? I think, is there going to be another one? Is this a series or is this a duology? Maybe you need to make it last a little bit. Yeah, I think there's lots of magical potential here. Okay, I'm not going to ask the question I just thought of. I was going to ask for specifics, but I feel like Sharon will give me the actual answer. Maybe I don't want to hear the actual answer. I'll just use my imagination. It's fine.
My tutor at senior school, I don't know if she meant to like horrify the whole of her form group, but when we were doing GCSE, she was like, you've all got to look after your mental health during this because it gets very stressful. And I was in an exam and a boy totally lost it and rammed a pencil into his ear and died. So we were all like completely horrified after that. But yeah, that would work, definitely.
I mean, that's a really good like lesson for not putting a pencil anywhere near your ear. That's another thing for me to be terrified about my toddler doing. I'm already like, what are you doing with that? Get away from that.
I think I remember an episode of Quantum Leap where somebody was murdered with a stiletto. I think like one of the times Sam leapt into like a beauty queen or something like that. Maybe somebody was, yeah. I think that's a very long time ago. That's
so good.
Have you guys seen The Glory on Netflix?
No.
K-drama, Korean drama. Oh, it's very good, very satisfying. If anyone in the comments has seen it, the bit with pencil. If you know, you know. But yeah, I really recommend it. It's very good. It's a revenge story, and it's extremely satisfying. The villains in that are horrible, in the best way. So worth a watch, worth a look.
Excellent. I love a K-drama. I'm just too tired now. We only put on TV at like 9:30 generally, and I'm too tired to read subtitles by that point of the night. So yeah, my K-drama watching slipped off in the past few years. Yeah, I mean,
The Glory. We've
started something now. We started 4 authors write a book together. Has this been done? Should we just do it? I think we should start a Google Doc and just like let our little
make it happen.
What would our publishers and agents do? Like, you know, I feel like Mia and I already did this to our agents. Like, we're gonna do. I know that I don't usually write horror or for young adults, but we're gonna do a horror anthology. Surprise! And they were really good actually. They just went, yeah, cool. That sounds good. Let's do it. So yeah, I think my agent at this point is just gonna go, yeah, that sounds like you. That's fine. I sent her a really weird one the other day. Like occasionally I just send her ideas and I sent something really weird and she was like, yeah, write that. So yeah, I don't think at this point I'm going to shock Sandra. Oh, Alex, what are you doing?
Yes, I am. Only while we're off stream, I am in the process of making. Can you tell what it is?
It's very cute.
Do you want to guess?
It looks like a beret to me.
A beret? Any takers on beret? I'll give you a clue. It's the wrong end of the body.
Oh,
that sounded rude. Oh, I'm not. It's not pants. It's not going to be pants. Okay, I'll show you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
guys, this is Grumpy Bear. I found him in a charity shop.
Oh, he's very comfy.
And he's got one Wellington, so I'm making him a matching one so his other foot doesn't get cold.
Alex.
And also his cardigan, I have a big version of this for me.
Oh, he's so cute.
No word of a lie. I know.
See, just when we think you're like all horror-y and you know lots of ways to kill in games, you get your teddy out that you're knitting wellies for.
I know.
But she's going to have a cover for why she's carrying those knitting needles around before she's like.
Yeah. I mean, this is the perfect disguise, isn't it? We've just said how cute Alex is, and then she's like, the needles very sharp.
Well, I mean, it's a hook, so I suppose if you went in the ear, you could grab them and
Ancient Egyptian.
or up the
style,
nose.
yeah.
Say little ancient Egyptian.
Yeah, it's crochet.
We were all the same, I'm sure. Were we the kids in the lesson about ancient Egyptians that went, look up the nose, brilliant? We weren't the ones that vomiting into the corner. We're like, oh, which nostril? Do you do both nostrils to come out the ear? Yeah, I'm really sorry. I do just want things to be about murder and chaos. What? Is it a children's TV show?
I don't know what
Oh
Back to Back Paris is.
no! Oh my god!
I'm just a little bit stunned now. Like, I don't even know where to start with that, Paula. Like, you've actually...
With his nose.
Yeah.
With his trunk, I'm presuming.
Maybe. I think so. Oh.
All the things we're going to have to look up on YouTube now after this.
Yeah, Ellie's book is 888 pages. 888. Yeah, I think that we should. Next time I'm struggling for like how to make something more gruesome, I'm gonna ask Sharon. Balloon dog. I'm lost. Is this what we were guessing what Alex was crocheting? I'm so bad at pulling the comments. What's happening?
There's a murder weapon.
Balloon dog. It could be in a balloon dog. That'll be my next project.
Yeah. Oh no. Alex, no.
Oh no, Annaliese, no.
Would you?
If we do this, you are outnumbered.
Maybe I'll just like delete my sections.
Yeah.
No, we
Well, like Annaliese, your section. Wait, it's gone. Like you'd see it editing it live, wouldn't you? Just going through deleting the section.
We'd be like frantically copying what Annaliese had done and saving it elsewhere.
Well, the wonderful thing about Google Docs is that it keeps all past versions, right? So, like, that would be fine.
Oh, there's a question for you.
Oh, that is a great question. I mean, I think it depends on which one you learn, but for me personally, crocheting makes more sense. Because with knitting, you've got 2 needles and you're moving stitches over from one to the other, and that messes with my brain a bit. Exactly.
My daughter sent me a little picture of herself the other day, and it was like she was knitting something. She was knitting herself a land army jumper because she basically lives on the 1940s. My daughter, she's a seamstress. That's what she does for her job. And during lockdown, awesome. She got into knitting like quite heavily. Anyway, she sent me a little picture. Look, Mum, I'm using DPNs. Are you proud? It's like, well done, child. Well done.
Yeah, I can knit with 2 needles. I can do 1 row and I can change direction and go back the other way. That is the extent of my knitting prowess. I could knit you a nice rectangle or maybe even a square.
I'm impressed though. I do have a piece of knitting that I did. I will just grab it because I saved it. My friend taught me. I'm laughing already. Please don't judge.
Oh, Alex.
Here it is. Oh, I know. I'm about to
get
ready for one to be so impressed.
I have a crocheted version of myself.
That's
OMG. That's amazing. That's incredible. Now, would you like to see my knitting?
Yep.
Why is it this shape? I'm not sure what that was supposed to be.
I'm not going to say. Where's it just came I don't
know what happened.
Oh dear, I thought something really alliterative and really, really rude. I might put it in the private chat when I stop crying.
Was it purple?
Something? No, I'll put in what I was thinking of. Yeah, my grandma used to tell me that she could tell I was too highly strung because the way I knitted is to knit everything really, really tightly. And she'd like say that there was no flex in what I knitted. Like my nana, she'd try and like pull it apart and be like, it's meant to be all flexible, relax. And she'd tell me, I'm knitting like this. And she's like, relax your arms. My grandma was very calm and very chilled. She was lovely. But yeah, she mocked me for my knitting lack of prowess. Yeah, cute. So nothing
Murder bear.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to crochet, so maybe I need to give that a go.
Yeah, give it a go. Give it a go. It's good fun. I learned over lockdown. And I'm terrible at everything. So you guys, go.
I think that says it all. I might write that on my Twitter bio. You book people are well dark. I think that that's exactly right. I wonder if he came on. Okay, let's see. Yes. Oh, that's good use of your time if you're not feeling great. Very productive. That's for the elephant trunk. Yeah.
The elephant trunk won.
I was with you, Sharon, I'm afraid. And that was my alliteration. I'll let you think about
Oh my god. I'm losing my mind. Oh,
you picked
yeah,
up some and dropped some others. That's what you did.
I had started knitting, had a breakdown, like James Acaster on the Bake Off. This is what happened.
Yeah, you just knit yourself an elephant trunk. That's it, isn't it?
That's exactly it. It was all intentional, you guys. All intentional.
Definitely.
You make me laugh, you lot. Oh my god, you're so naughty.
A lot of I can't think of the right word. I know it's pheromones. That's not the word I meant. What's the word for happy hormones? Pheromones or something else.
Serotonin.
Yeah, that might be the one.
Endorphins. That's another one. Isn't it?
Endorphins. Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
pheromones is something quite different, right? We've all just gone into a naughty mindset now. Is what's happened.
I think what we should do.
All this talk of Big Cook, Little Cook.
Yeah, we need to mute ourselves, do a sprint, and all go and watch Big Cook, Little Cook and be giggling. Bon appetit. Serotonin. Yes. Any of those things would be better than what I said. So, well done, everybody else who is not me. That was exactly the. See, Raymond's the one. Raymond said what I was thinking.
Raymond, I was thinking that, to be fair. When
that was exactly.
Actually, it is my partner's birthday coming up. Maybe I'll fashion it.
I really think you should wrap it for him and not say anything and just watch him open it and see what he thinks it is.
I was about to say something very rude indeed. I think we should maybe go to sprint, and I will.
Okay, quick.
I will. Yeah. Sorry, I am middle grade author. You guys.
I was going to say put it in private chat, but the way today's going, I feel like you'd accidentally put it in the comments for all the world to see. So
probably.
I think is it Annaliese brought this energy because
do you know what? I was just thinking the same thing. Like usually, like they are not like this, these chats, and I'm really sorry if I've lowered the tone of everything.
There's a certain like theme, isn't there, running through? This is Annaliese who started middle grade, but now moved on to YA. Are you working your way towards spicy books, Annaliese? Is this the direction you're going?
So my children love them to bits, but they don't really read my stories, so they haven't read any of my books. My eldest daughter, she has read the Immortal Games, and my son, he came up to me and went, "I'm not reading your smutty novel, Mother." And I was like, "It's not smutty, like it's not spicy, there's not even any cinnamon in it, like it's fine." And he's like, I'm not reading your smutty novel."
I'm going to remember the cinnamon line. Somebody on TikTok earlier asked if there's any spice in the Mina books, and I was like, the steamy kissing, it's YA, so steamy kissing is as far as probably it's going to go.
A bit of cinnamon, there you go.
Yeah, I'm going to remember that one for my spice level.
Just a little snug.
Yeah, some nutmeg. Not much else.
Raymond.
That's all right. We've forgiven you, Raymond. I think that we were all already there. We were all already kind of at that conclusion.
Somebody needs
what everyone was thinking.
Yeah, I'm glad somebody just put it out there. Let's go to a sprint before I stitch myself up anymore. We'll do another 40 minutes. Good luck, everybody. I'm going to pop the timer on, and we will see you on the other side. Hello, hope the kitty didn't get anybody this time.
Totally got me.
How's everybody doing? How did you get on, Alex? Oh, sorry, I've done the thing where I think you was taking a bite. I'll move on to Aislinn. We'll come back to you.
Yeah, I got on okay. They still haven't escaped from the place they're escaping from, but good. Nothing very exciting in this one. I have not. I did do a good job of focusing and not going to YouTube and looking anything up. No, I really wanted to.
Very good.
No, I was deep into it by the time the kitty went. So
nice. That's the thing, isn't it? Like first drafts, you have to like write those scenes that you think, oh gosh, this must be so boring for a reader, but it's only because it's taken you 2 hours to write what will take 10 minutes to read or something.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. It's funny as well. Like the pacier you want it to be and the faster you want it to go, the longer you have to spend on it sometimes. And then you read over and it's like, how did this take me 2 hours? It's like literally, but that's, yes. I think we said that before. Easy to read is really hard to write sometimes.
Hard to write.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely a compliment if somebody says your book's easy. I used to get offended then, be like, actually, no, I think that's good. I'm glad to have an easy, fast-paced read. That sounds promising now.
Yeah, I think so. You just want everyone else to realize that too, like writers now. Know that, but you kind of want everyone else.
It's so hard. We want people to know and feel sorry for us. Even though we're very lucky to be doing what we're doing. Sorry, Alex, I should have looked at your face before I asked you a question. I did the waiter thing, didn't I, of crammed food in your mouth.
I'm sorry, I know. I was chewing away. I was just like quickly trying to.
You know, I used to be a teacher.
Nearly had like a bit of ASMR.
I've got the eyes of like eyes in the back of your head thing where
you knew
somebody's misbehaving on my screen.
I just went, oh, nom nom.
It was the nom nom that gave you away, definitely.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, it was a great sprint though. It was good. I've unfortunately I've added some words.
Oh.
Instead of cutting, but it's okay. It's all right. You know, it had to be done, and I still have. I'm about a fifth of the way through it, so I've still got lots of time to find those 5,000 words that need cutting. So I will figure it out. I will hunt them down and I will remove them, just like Cinderella will remove her enemies.
One body part at a time. Yeah.
Perhaps she can frame her sister.
Oh,
sorry.
What was that? Sorry, Aislinn?
I was just saying, greatly confusing anyone who joined in the last sprint and hasn't caught up with this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So the continuity to put up with. Annaliese, I like the framing this ugly sisters idea. Not ugly. I think they can be more interesting and multifaceted than ugly sisters. And slight sidebar, my son met them at Disney the first time we went. Was just really like impressed by the princesses, and they were like, "Oh, a little boy who thinks we're the princesses," and like they thought he was great, and they were calling him their little prince and like parading him around, like, "Look, we're princesses." So I think they enjoyed it as much as he did. They're used to just people booing and hissing them, and Nathan was like, "I love you, you're so pretty." It was great. They also weren't, you know, they did just look like Disney princesses. Let's be fair. So yeah, sorry, princess sidebar there. Don't let me get talk about princesses. How did your spin go, Annaliese?
It's okay. Like I'm having trouble finding the voice. You know, like sometimes it just takes a while to come.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm writing stuff and going, it doesn't quite sound right. Like I'm gonna have to rewrite this. I know that, but it's just like writing your way into it. Also, I turned my video off for a while because my other half very kindly bought me a nice big bowl full of fresh berries and cream. And if anybody had been watching any of Cook Little Cook during that sprint, they know that cream is a very key ingredient to nearly everything that they cook.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm gonna put
so
it
I
on.
thought I'm just gonna turn my video off while I eat that because, you know, I've already got myself a reputation now.
Yeah, best not feed the rumour mill anymore.
Exactly.
Excellent. I think the second sprint is always a good one. It feels like the first one you get into like a vibe, and then the second one it's like I never want the second one to end. I'm like, oh no, Just a few more minutes. Well, I had a good writing session, got to a bit that I really wanted to write, and then remembered I'd promised my publisher an email tonight of something boring that I need to write, just the usual, like, you'd rather write a whole book than write a very short blurb.
That's
Oh my
the
goodness.
one.
Oh goodness.
What is this, Phil?
It's filth.
On it.
Absolute filth. Yeah. But they knew exactly what they were doing as well.
I'm sure
yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised actually that a lot of Disney, like, because we watch like Mickey Mouse and stuff, there's no innuendo. There's like, if you watch Shrek and things like that, you can get a few adult jokes in there, but the things we're watching at the minute, there's very little adult material. So yeah, I'm going to have to put that on and then amuse myself. Let's see how people in the comments are doing and coping with our randomness. Excellent. Yay.
Oh, how exciting. Very, very good. There's some really good tutorials on YouTube. I really recommend like starting with like a granny square or something while you're just sort of learning how it builds up and stuff. And yeah, you'll be making all sorts in no time. But for me, the hardest part is learning the magic circle or the magic ring. And now it's like the easiest thing for me to do. So don't worry if it's crazy hard at first, just stick with it and you'll be absolutely fine.
I really want to crochet. Stop adding things to my list, Alex. Like D&D's on my list for later this year. Crocheting maybe next year.
And they go so well together. I crochet while I D&D all the time.
Awesome. Okay, let's see. Oh, yes. Being this is a Carrie retelling, I feel like we're getting to the good stuff now. Ooh. Intriguing. We like those. I'm not sure who we're blessing. Probably Nathan and the princesses, maybe. Good. I'm hoping the sprints are helping. Yeah. I'm going to remember that. Yeah, I mean, the stuff we're watching at the minute seems very pure and innocent. Like Mr. Tumble, you don't get much of it. Hey Dougie, there isn't a great deal. And maybe need to broaden what we're watching. Oh, is that the one that you're talking about, Sharon? I can't remember exactly how you described it. I feel like you're going to need to put in a comment now. You talked about it the other night when I was tired, so it's fallen out of my head, but it sounded very intriguing. Yes. I do need to have a look. Yay, look, you're inspiring whole groups of people to Dungeon and Dragon. That's the thing, isn't it? I always want to get it wrong. I don't know why. Why do I find
Dungeon and also to Dragon?
Yeah, I know. Why did I find that so difficult to say? It's late. It's 10 to 10. My brain's melting. That sounds very nice. I like that idea.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Excellent.
So we have one more sprint. We're going to go for a 30-minute one just because the brain melt has started. I'm going to do my boring admin task that I was meant to do earlier and forgot about. So I hope the three of you have a good writing session and everybody. Oh, let me just bring up Sharon's comment before we go. So this is the book that Sharon was reading the other night that sounded very intriguing.
Oh yeah.
So have to keep us updated, Sharon.
What's the book called?
I can't remember. So Sharon, let us know the title. That's your next job. Sorry, I'm giving you all these.
Was it Infestation?
Oh, I think that was the horror one, and then this is the one that she was reading the other night that she's jumped onto.
I'm sorry. Well, guys, can I please just say I'm really sorry, but I've got a school tomorrow, so I think that I am actually going to duck out and go and prepare. Yeah, it's my third one this week, so I'm feeling a little bit brain melty as well. I'm going to go pack my bag and make sure that I've got enough spiders. So I hope that you guys enjoy and everyone enjoys their sprints. And I will jump on tomorrow and watch this back when my cringy face is gone, and then just watch you guys, and I'll do a little bit more on project.
Oh, thank you for coming and watching and joining and all the other things that you just said. And I hope the school goes well tomorrow.
Thank you. It should be all right, although I am driving there. So if you never see me again, you know what's happened.
Alex driving around
I'm
the country
flying my
shouting
broomstick
names
there.
at school.
Oh, oh my God.
You'll be
Hopefully
fine.
it goes all right. We'll see. We'll see. Fraught with peril.
Well.
Take care, everyone.
Yeah, catch up with you soon.
Good
and
night. Good night.
Bye
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Good night,
Be
you
good.
guys. Not
No
everyone.
more big cook, little cook.
Yeah.
Bye. Okay, I'm going to pop the sprint on, so it'll just be the three of us when we come back, and we'll see you on the other side. Hello. I don't know where that stream went. That 30 minutes. I just feel like it was just gone in the blink of an eye. I did lots of little admin tasks in the end, so I was like frantically working my way through the list of stuff I need to do in the next couple of days. Got halfway through a tweet just then for tomorrow, so like I think I've really finished that at the end of this. How did you two go on? How about you, Annaliese?
I'm okay. If I come on here again, I think what we should do is just have a compilation eventually of me just jumping every time I hear the cat.
I think you should. I'll get Kev to make that happen. He does all the editing. Sorry.
We just pile them all up every time I come on. Yeah, I managed to not jump at the last one because I wasn't writing at the end. I was eating my berries. So so I knew it was coming, but that one made me jump again. And it does sound a little bit like my cat. So that's also a bit like.
Sorry to any cats in the room. It does make them jump a bit, I think.
That's okay. The cats are downstairs. They're quite good. They know they're not allowed in my study, and if they cross the threshold, I just look at them and go, "What are you doing?" And then they turn around and walk out. So they're well trained.
Sounds it. So did that go well? Did you have a good last
session? I think so. Yeah. It's just the voice thing, like finding sometimes the voice comes and sometimes it doesn't. I remember when I wrote the Immortal Game, so my draft 0, I had the voice wasn't there and I knew it wasn't there, and then I threw the draft away and did my draft 1 and it just came straight away with the draft.
Yeah, it's tricky.
The thing a bit harder.
I think the thing I'm working on at the minute, I needed to figure out, because without saying too much, there's different people talking at various points, and I think I needed to figure out what was like intrinsically different about their character between the 2 of them and 3 of them and whoever else is involved, she says occasionally. And as soon as I start to, I think sometimes I plunge in before I've properly thought through character and plot and all the things that are going to make these people tick, and that's when it doesn't work for me. Like, I think Mina was really easy because I knew exactly who she was before I started, and I'd just let it stew and thought about it for years and years. Whereas now we're under that pressure, aren't we? Where it's like, right, Sling, quick, go, find the voice now, and it doesn't work that way at all. So yeah. I think you'll get there. You'll figure that thing that makes them tick and that makes them you, but also not you, and then you'll be away.
Yeah, it'll get there. It's just frustrating, isn't it? When you're like you said, when you're like, I need to get this done like yesterday, and then, but it's worth the time, and it's worth the effort, and it's worth the brain power.
It's difficult. Publishing puts a lot of pressure on and says, like, I do need you to write this today, if possible. Like, the amount of times I get an email and it's like, can you just check this by tomorrow? Yeah? Or just write this by tomorrow, or next week or whatever. It's either breakneck pace or the slowest, most agonizing thing. So, yeah, we'll all get there. It'll be fine. You've done this before. How many times is this year? The third come out?
For like published things, hopefully this will be the 4th.
Yeah.
But for like including under the bed novels, probably about the 8th or 9th thing that I've actually written.
Oh gosh, same. Working on 3rd and hopefully 4th book, and a few others that shall never see the light of day.
Well, they're our apprentice novels, they're the ones that we write when we're learning our craft, and that's how we write things, we finish things, we look at things, we go, we can do better, and then we learn a bit, and then we carry on.
Yeah, that's a nice message. So as we're wrapping things up, a bit of reflection. Aislinn, how about you? How did that last little sprint go?
Yeah, good. They're almost out. They have almost escaped the place that they are escaping. So that's good. I think I want to keep writing until they're actually out. They've been standing at the exit the whole time. There's different obstacles stopping them. So I just need to get them out of the room, and then I can stop writing.
That's very wise. I'm glad you managed to have the kind of completion tonight. Hopefully by the end that'll feel very satisfying. Lots of people saying good night to Alex, so I'll just jump through those. Let's see what the other comments say. Oh, yeah, I get that. The craving to do something and you have no idea where the thing is. Yep. Been there. But also been there. Yes, that sounds. Yeah, I am. I think I'm getting better at it slowly. But yeah, the cat is still. Well, I mean, clearly Annaliese has got this sorted, this cat training thing. Maybe you could start a sideline in training cats with one withering look as well as writing books.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing to go into.
Mine just sit on my computer and try and edit my books, and do edit my books. I'll just like walk across the laptop and suddenly big chunks have been deleted, and it's always fun trying to figure out what the heck they've deleted. And sometimes I'm like, maybe I didn't need that after all.
The cats know. The cats know.
They certainly think they do.
Nathan started saying, I want to do some writing for you, Mummy, and I've learned to open a Word document. As I see him coming over with his, clumsy toddler fingers, I just open a new Word document and let him. All he wants to do is type numbers over and over again because he can read numbers. So as long as I make sure that isn't my manuscript, these swiftly, because he has been known to accidentally highlight the whole thing and then start writing, and I'm like, oh no. Yeah. So, and I don't want my manuscript. I can lend him to Annaliese if you feel that would be a freeing part of the process. But generally, what I want.
Yeah, well, I quite like being in charge of the delete button. Yeah,
I think Nathan does too. He's like, what does this one do? Yep, that's delete. That's and it quite often says sticky keys to him because he's pressed 10 down at the same time. So that's fun.
Yeah.
There's an author doing things right in Amelia's book. Bombshell after bombshell. Glad you're taking note of them. Excellent, everyone. I've got like a little string of messages. So I think we'll call it quits there. Just people correcting typos and stuff, so we can probably manage to say good night, everyone. So thank you so much, Annaliese, for coming on your first.
Thank you for having me.
Writing sprint. It's been lovely to have you. I was just saying to Kev, it's hard to kind of slot in because Aislinn and Alex obviously know each other, and I know each other really well, and you've just kind of jumped straight in and made yourself at home, so that was really nice. And thank you, Aislinn, as always, for providing lots of fun and motivation and humour and calm and all the other things you do.
Thank you. This was exactly what I needed after my terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day with birds pooping on my head and stuff.
Oh no! Apparently it's good luck.
They say that because you've got a bird pooping on your head, and it's like,
say?
It's like, oh, don't worry, that's good luck, dear.
Good luck, honestly.
Good luck. A second bird wouldn't have pooped on my daughter's head.
Perhaps she needs some good luck too. Like that.
I hope the end of this story is
not totally random. We do have a nest of swallows that have the parents built their nest in our like little lamp in our porch. So and they're babies, so they're pooping constantly. So I'm always out there like cleaning up the mat and the mess before, because otherwise it just gets horrible. So I do spend an awful lot of time under their nest in the line of fire. So it's not completely random that we both got pooped on the same day. It still wasn't very
shower cap next time. Just get the shower cap.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea, Jimmy.
Last time I went to London, I was swapping trains, doing the train swap, and this bird pooped literally right in front of me, and I just looked up at the guy who was standing there. I just went, "Oh, that was so close!" And he was like, "You are so lucky." And then I went and got my train, and I just
that is lucky.
That was so lucky because.
Can you imagine getting on a train covered in poo?
Right.
Oh dear.
I still think about this one girl that I saw in town once. She was all obviously waiting on a date. She was all dressed up, looked beautiful, looked a bit nervous, was waiting outside a cafe. And I was just looking at her thinking, oh, like doing that people watching thing of, oh, she looks cute. She looks nervous. I wonder what she's doing. And then I just saw her go. She's like, oh no, the poor thing.
How to ruin a day in one easy step.
Or maybe it was very lucky and she's now married to whoever she
yes.
Or it would have been a terrible date, but she had to leave because
maybe that was the luck. Like, would have been a disaster. We're saving you. Go home.
Look on the bright side of life. Me, you too. That's what I need at this point on a Thursday. Good night. Thank you. Thank you for coming along, everyone. Yeah, I think that's the note we'll end on. Aislinn, buy a lottery ticket. All the bird poo may accumulate into something productive. So night, everyone. I hope you two will come on again soon. I am probably, well, I know I'm not doing reading sprints and writing sprints on Thursday because I'm going on a little mini break with my mum and dad and Nathan and hubby. So that'd be really nice. We're going for a few days in Mallorca. So I'm probably going to do a sprint on Monday. So if anybody wants to join me for that, I will post about it on social media. So thanks, everyone. Good night, and hopefully I'll catch you. Is Kev telling me something that I need to? Oh yes, I haven't mentioned the live show. It's on the 2nd of July as well. 7:30 p.m. UK time to talk about Last One to Die. So if anybody wants to come along, my copy is somewhere. Somewhere in the pile of books around me. I'm sure you've all seen it. Yes, if you want to come along and chat about that, 7:30 UK time, 2nd of July. So I think that's everything. So good night for now and see you all soon. Bye.